Welcome to LowCodeLove. I'm Jillian Bruce, and I'm joining you live today from, well, my basement. I'm an admin evangelist at Salesforce, and I'm thrilled to be able to bring you this amazing virtual experience because while we all may be physically distanced right now, that doesn't mean we can't connect. So we're going to connect with you today to celebrate low code. And one of the amazing things about Salesforce is you can do so much on our platform with little to no code. We have incredible tools that you can work with, and we're going to talk all about them today. But we're going to have some fun in this broadcast. So as we count down to the main event, we want to connect with you. So make sure you get on Twitter and use LowCodeLove to connect with us. And you know what? We're also going to play bingo. Get your bingo card at sforce.co/LowCodeLove, and you'll be able to play along with us. Get your bingo card because I guarantee you're going to start getting squares immediately. Now, if you've never played bingo, it's easy. All how it works, it's like tic-tac-toe. You fill in the squares as you hear them, and if you get a row, a line, a column, you get bingo. And then we want you to tweet your bingo cards to us, and I may actually get to write your name on my bingo board here. So as I said, we're going to have a lot of amazing, inspiring customer stories about how you can build apps fast and build at scale with confidence. One of the first stories I want to tell you is one that I'm very proud of. It's from my alma mater, UC Berkeley. Go Bears. So UC Berkeley has an incredible story that they wanted to share with us about something they built really fast. I'm going to pull up my inner news anchor skills here. So the scientists who run the Innovative Genomics Institute, IGI, completely transformed one of their labs to support COVID-19 testing, adapting to support the needs of the pandemic. IGI got to work on a diagnostic lab because they saw a lack of testing. They ramped up their response when a Berkeley firefighter tested positive for COVID-19. And that took out a whole quarter of the firefighter department. Not good, right? So the community needed their fire department, and the IGI UC Berkeley, with the help of Salesforce App Exchange partner Third Wave Analytics and their solution Lockbox LAMS, completely converted their labs for COVID-19 testing. They needed an interface for healthcare providers and community workers to request and access testing. So to solve this, they used Salesforce. They built a low-code community, fully HIPAA compliant using Salesforce Shield. And they did that all in just 10 days. That's nuts, right? 10 days. But that wasn't it. The most amazing thing isn't just how fast they did this, but it's also about how they were able to now process samples. They're now able to process over 1,000 patient samples per day. Now, that not only makes me super proud to be a bear, go Bears, but also makes me incredibly proud to be part of this incredible community, the Salesforce Trailblazer community. Now, as I said, we have a lot in store for you today, so let's take a quick look at the agenda. And before we go there, I'm going to meet you in a very special place. We have some surprises. One of those surprises is the LowCode Lounge. So I'll meet you in the LowCode Lounge. Welcome to the LowCode Lounge. Look at all these amazing people we have joining us today for this live watch party. Now, I mentioned we may be physically distanced, but you know what? Looks like we're all in the same place right now. So we hope that you at home are able to enjoy this fun experience with us. Let's take a quick moment and learn who's here with us in the LowCode Lounge. Let's see. It's Zoom, so it's like Brady Bunch jigsaw puzzle. We don't know who's where. But Squire, why don't you tell us your name and where you're calling from today?
Squire Kirshner, I'm an application architect in Milwaukee.
Thank you so much for joining us, Squire. Gordon, I see you next. Tell us where you're calling from today.
Hi, I'm Gordon. I am calling from San Francisco, born and raised.
Woo, another native like me. I love it. All right. Christy, I see you on. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm Christy Campbell, and I'm dialed in from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Excellent. All right, Shaborn, you're next.
My name is Shaborn Allah. I'm calling in from Boston.
Awesome. All right, Hussam, I see you. Looks like you're calling in from maybe the farthest away.
Yes, I'm Hussam Saoudi from Morocco, Casablanca.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, Delina, I see you as well. Tell us where you're calling in from today.
Hey, I'm not sure if Hussam is further away than I am. I'm in Munich, Germany. I'm Lena Popa. I'm a technical architect at Dino.
That's
Nice
awesome. All right, Adam, tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
I'm Adam Olshansky in Mountain View, California.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Loungers, for joining us. We're going to have so much fun in the LowCode Lounge. We hope all of you at home are also going to have fun with us as well. In fact, let's have a little selfie moment here. If you got your cameras, let's take a LowCode Lounge selfie. All right, all of you at home, I hope you're taking a selfie with your fun Salesforce swag. If you want some fun props, you can go to sforce.co/LowCodeLove and you can download your own printable props to print out. That's also where you're going to get your LowCodeLove bingo card. All right, before we get going today, I definitely want to remind you to get connected with us on Twitter. We have an incredible customer story to continue the love here. To tell that customer story is the one and only Mike Gerholt, who is the creator of the Salesforce Admins podcast. He has interviewed some amazing customers to share their stories today with you. Mike, take it away.
I'm excited to welcome Erica Adams and Josh Mosco from Deloitte to share their story of building apps fast with low code. So we'll start off with you, Erica. Can you share more detail in the Trailhead Academy Learning Project?
Yes, so the Deloitte Digital Salesforce Academy recently launched a 5-week virtual campaign program for university students, college students throughout the US, where they could participate in sessions. It's a Trailhead competition with curated Trailhead trail mixes, learn more about the Salesforce ecosystem, and a career with Deloitte in the Salesforce ecosystem.
And can you detail the process of building the applications?
Yeah, definitely. Once leadership gave the green light for us to do the boot camp at my alma mater, I looked at Salesforce and went through a few different options of screens and components that might meet our use cases. And what we found was that everything was really centered around the flow. As I mentioned before, our application was done completely based on flows. So we built that flow, we dragged it onto the partner community page. We were able to have students apply and to route them to the right page depending on what was needed. We were able to drag and drop a support link in case they needed help from us. We were able to pull in Salesforce links, Deloitte links. We even had the students take a mock exam all on the flow, and it graded that exam for themselves. So everything was done centrally by pulling components, centrally and safely securing their data, all while allowing us to pull the insights we needed to drive the day-to-day operations.
Thank you, Erica and Josh. Back to you.
Welcome back to the LowCode Lounge. Mike, what an amazing story from Deloitte. That's really cool, right? Woo, lots of cloudy love and Salesforce love there. So we have the main event just moments away. We have so many amazing stories to share with you, inspiring everyone about customers who've been able to build apps fast, empower everyone, and scale with confidence. We have some surprises along the way, like this LowCode Lounge that we have. We're going to be celebrating and watching with you, but we also want you to participate with us. So make sure that you are using the LowCodeLove hashtag and playing bingo with us. When you get your bingo cards fill out, make sure you tweet at us using LowCodeLove. You can get your own bingo card at sforce.co/LowCodeLove. Now, we've got so many amazing things to share with you. I can't even tell you how excited you're going to be about this event. We've heard amazing stories already from customers like UC Berkeley and Deloitte about how they've been able to innovate fast, but there's so much more to happen. In fact, we're going to kick off this main event with a LowCodeLove video. Are you all ready for this? LowCode Lounge, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's have some LowCodeLove love.
Because future-looking statements are inherently subject to risk and uncertainty, our reminder is that you should make any purchasing decisions or investment decisions based on products that are currently commercially available. Enjoy the show.
I love LowCode because I don't have to be a developer to be a superstar.
LowCodeLove.
I couldn't believe that they were using something I had built from scratch.
This is amazing.
Does that look like an LC or would it be backwards?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Low-code solutions changed my life.
Code is great, and if you're a coder, more power to you. But what I love about a platform that is low code is that it's a great equalizer.
I'm seeing myself through different eyes. I never thought of myself as a technical person, as someone who would be talking about APIs and integrations.
I'm picking and choosing, and the code is building in the background. It's not something that I need to know, but I'm able to run.
I was able to build an app, build a color scheme, brand it, migrate all of their data in less than 3 weeks.
It is absolutely my favorite part of the Salesforce platform. Automation is my jam.
Drag, drop, deliver.
There are no limits.
I can do a lot of things that I used to have to write code, but in the Salesforce platform, I can just do it without any code.
I love low code because it changed my life.
If you can think of it, you can do it.
Empowering, game-changing, equalizing.
Drag and drop.
You can build something so fast.
It's nerdy, but it's exhilarating. Again, it's low code.
Welcome to LowCode Live. I'm your host, Brett Taylor, soon to be joined by Sarah Franklin. It is so awesome to be with you all today, even if it's digitally, which is super weird for all of us. But honestly, the energy of that LowCode Lounge, I feel like I'm in the same Zoom room with all of you. It is going to be an awesome day. I also wanted to say I'm representing the other side of the Cal-Stanford rivalry. I had no idea Jillian was going to stick it to me with all the Cal references, but we'll get some Stanford references in by the end of the day. So, when I'm thinking about this crisis, it's so hard for all of us, but the thing that feels so relevant to me is speed. Everything around us is changing so quickly, and low code is more relevant than ever before. That story of helping students with low code apps, you're going to hear so many stories like that today. It is inspiring. It's going to be an awesome day. And I want to start by saying thank you, kind of newscaster style. We're going to have these floating slides above me. It's awesome. We're learning new ways of talking to each other. I feel like I should be reading a weather report right now. But instead, I just want to say thank you to all of you. It's interesting. You're going to hear so much about the power of low code, but behind every single piece of technology is an amazing member of the Salesforce community that's doing something amazing with this platform to take action and help people in this time when so many of our customers, of our companies, and our communities are in need. So thank you. It's interesting because right now, the thing I feel most is this is so much more than a platform, so much more than a company. This is a community. And I look around us right now and I look around, community is more important than ever. Because really, the most important thing in this crisis is that we get out of it. And we're only going to do that by coming together and actually bringing the full force of this community, of every technology at our disposal to come together and bring all of our communities and all of our companies out of this crisis. I'll tell you a little bit about what Salesforce has been doing, and it's something I'm really proud of. Over the past few months, we've actually acquired over 50 million units of personal protective equipment for hospitals all around the world. And it's because business is the greatest platform for change. We don't want to wait to say we only want to serve our shareholders. We want to say, how can we serve every member of our community, all of our employees, all of our communities, every single one of our stakeholders with the full power of our business? And I look around at all the stories we're going to see today, and I really see that emphasis on stakeholder capitalism, how every single one of our businesses is coming together to get out of this crisis. It's also including all of our partners. One of the great stories is actually what we've done with Amazon Web Services to help people digitize their contact centers. Because even though, we're all stuck in our homes, it doesn't mean those support calls aren't coming in. So thanks to the power of our partnership with Amazon Web Services, we can actually help you run a contact center from your home. It's also about education. I've actually got 3 kids who hopefully won't be running in the room right now in the middle of this presentation. Well, thanks with partnerships with Common Sense Media and Apple and Google and 22 other organizations, we're providing free online learning resources to help students and educators actually educate kids in their homes. We're all going through this incredible transition, and it really is all about this ecosystem, all of us coming together. I also just want to talk a little bit about small businesses. I look around my community in Northern California, and the small businesses are being impacted so much disproportionately compared to the rest of the economy. We're trying to do our part with a $5 million fund for small businesses. We're giving away Salesforce Essentials as well so they can leverage the power of this platform. But I really think it's important we all look around us and say, who are the people impacted by this community, this crisis, and how can we help them get through it? When I look at all the opportunities that low-code provides, it's really about speed, but it's also about resiliency. And the stories you'll hear today are people coming together and using this platform to make change quickly to get through this crisis. And I want to talk to you through 3 customers that have been inspirational to me in really representing the power of this platform. The first is Pilot Company. Now, this is a business that provides rest stops, convenience stores, and services to truck drivers. And when this crisis started, they had to figure out, how do I engage with all of my employees now that we're all stuck in our home? They built a low-code mobile app. In just a few weeks, they were able to engage with over 28,000 members of the Pilot Company team, all in just a handful of weeks. There's Biddy and Bose. This is an amazing coffee company, and they're special on a number of levels. Not only do they have great coffee, but they take great pride in employing people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Well, they were able to digitize their business thanks to the power of this platform and actually digitize the entire coffee experience. Now, we're all hopeful that they'll get back to work, but it's such a privilege to serve a business like that. And then you go around the world and look at the Caribou Center. This is a company in Kenya, a nonprofit that's trying to provide educational access to members of the Kenyan community. Well, the Kenyan schools are closed just like the schools next to my house right now. Did that mean that education is going to stop? No. Thanks to the power of this platform, they're continuing to send educational text messages to their entire community so their learning didn't have to stop. This is all the power of moving fast. This is the power of low code in the face of a crisis that none of us anticipated. That candidly is the hardest experience for most of us that we'll ever experience in our lifetime. With creativity, with this amazing community, and with this powerful low-code platform, you can make change. We can continue to move on. You probably saw earlier this week, we announced a project I'm extremely proud of, which is work.com. We're really pivoting this whole company on saying, how can we help every company, every community reopen safely? Honestly, if you ask me how that's going to work, I couldn't tell you. We're learning this all in real time. I was just told by Elizabeth Pinkham, our head of real estate, that next time I go to Salesforce Tower, I'm going to have to schedule time on the elevator, like Disney Fast Pass. I'm on the 1110 elevator. This stuff is crazy. I don't think any of us imagine the situation we're in right now. But we believe with coming together and a little software to orchestrate all these new experiences that we're all going to have to experience, we can truly reopen safely and get back to the world we think we can create on the other side of it. You're going to hear so many amazing stories today, and I couldn't think of a better person to walk you through it than our fearless leader, Sarah Franklin. Sarah, are you there?
Hey, Brett. Yeah, I'm here, joining you from Oakland.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I've got my LowCodeLove, and today's a great day. I'm so excited to be here with everybody. What a wonderful treat.
It's awesome. I mean, despite the fact we're all staring at our screens right now, I honestly feel like I'm in the same room as you. Can we try something bold here for a second, Sarah? Can we give each other fives through the internet? Can we try this? I don't know which direction I should be doing. This direction? Okay. I think we need to count. 1, 2, 3. Did that work? Sarah,
yeah, I was close.
You're missing out. No, we're going to do this again. We're not going to let the community get away with it. Okay, one more time. Do you want to count this time? I think you can count.
Okay, I'll count. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think I just decapitated my arm. Anyway, Sarah, I don't want to have the viewership drop off, but take us away. Tell us about the power of low code. So excited to hear the rest of the presentation.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Brett. Thank you for kicking us off. Thank you, Jillian and Adam Olshansky and everybody around the world joining us from Morocco to Madrid to everywhere. It was incredible. So Sarah Franklin, I've been at Salesforce 12 years. I run our platform Trailhead and App Exchange team. I have the best job in the world because I get to work with the best people and the best community and the best technology. And during this time that we've been at home, a big thing we've been doing is talking to you and listening to you and hearing your stories of resiliency and understanding what you've been doing. And many of you have questions still. And what I wanted to share was some of the themes that I'm hearing in those questions. You're asking questions like, how do I go digital? How do I go digital in this new world? Like Volkswagen needed to go digital for 9,000 employees. You heard Jillian share other incredible stories of customers going digital. And customers saying, how do I get back to growth? I've been closed now. I think I'm on 50 plus days of being sheltered in place here in my home, and businesses have been closed. And companies like Michael's are wondering, they used to have an in-store experience. They had to get back to being open in a digital world. I'm a mother of 2 children, 2 daughters. I love doing arts and crafts, and it's great that now you can go pick up arts and crafts and keep your kids occupied and learning at home. And many of you are asking, how do I get back to growth with technology? And how do I do this fast? This isn't something that I can do in a year from now, months from now. This is now. The digital imperative is now. Every one of you that's looking me right here square in the eye, you are also looking square in the eye at the digital imperative. Many of you have transformation roadmaps on deck. They're planned, they're great, they're awesome, but they're 2 to 3 years away. That's too long. You need to be thinking not in terms of years, not even in terms of months, honestly, in terms of weeks and days and what you can do right now, how you can get value from your technology now, how you can innovate now, and build the apps fast that you need right now. And once you get them out there, they might not be perfect, but that's why being agile is ever more important, so that you can iterate and continuously deliver innovation. Because you need to innovate fast, and you need to empower everybody with that innovation. It's not just you and your IT department, it's your whole business, your partner ecosystem, your customers. You need to empower everyone to that innovation. And here's the most important part. You need to know that when you're innovating fast and you're standing up new apps fast, that you can scale them with confidence. You don't want to have to worry about security, about scalability, about reliability, fault tolerance. You need to know that your apps are instantly global with multi-currency, multi-language, all the resiliency built in. And that is why I'm so proud to share our Salesforce platform, because this is where the Salesforce platform really does shine. You want a mobile app? We got you. You need to add AI? We got you. You want to go faster with process automation, faster with flow? We've got you. And we can help you innovate fast and empower everybody from clicks to code and scale all of those applications on any device, in any location around the world with confidence. That's the power of a Salesforce platform. And that is what we're here to do today, to really bring all of that low-code love. It is about a celebration of everything that all of you are doing today, and about sharing new innovations that we're bringing to you today that you're going to learn about on how you can do more with the platform. And we were listening to stories earlier, stories of incredible resilience. And this is something which I'm so excited about because, in this time, we've had new policies come out, like the Small Business Loan Act, where we have partners like Encino that are a banking operating system that are helping banks process billions of loans for businesses to stay afloat right now. And another thing is the payroll protection plan. This is something that banks had to very quickly adapt to help people that are unemployed be able to, still get payroll, or businesses to still make payroll, still pay their rent. Mission critical things for our economies. And this was an incredible story. Academy Bank, a regular bank that needed to do this, digital transformation in not a matter of years, months, not even a matter of weeks, but in a matter of 5 hours. Jeff Berger, an incredible trailblazer, did something incredible. Instead of me telling the story, we want Jeff to share his story with all of you right now.
So I get a call on Saturday, and it's my boss, who's the CIO, and she says, hey, we need your help. We're trying to report on some of this PPP stuff. The application had gone live the night before. And I said, okay, where's the data? How do I help? Right? I love that you're thinking about Salesforce for reporting. And she says, well, right now, when the application is completed, we're writing it to a folder on the shared drive, and we're dropping all of our documents into that folder. And then people are moving things from folder to folder to keep track of the stages. And I said, okay, I can't really help you with a Salesforce report because none of that data is structured. I can't build you a fancy dashboard like that. So I said, but here's what I will do. Let me work on something. And then tomorrow morning, which would have been Sunday morning, I'll demo it to you. And if you guys like it, then we can train everybody and go live on Monday. And so I spent the rest of Saturday building out the application tracking process and building a way to integrate the data using dataloader.io from the application into Salesforce. And then we demoed it to the executives Sunday morning, got buy-in, rolled it to production, trained everybody Sunday night. And then by Monday, we'd abandoned the folder process and we're fully on Salesforce with all the fun reports and dashboards that all the executives need to make decisions. So one more thing on that application. The thing I was really proud of with the PPP application tracking tool was it provides a level of transparency across these multiple work groups. So when you've got an underwriter picking something up and then putting it down, and then a processor picking it up and putting it down, yet you have a banker who has to follow that process and communicate to the client, a lot of whom are really desperate for these funds, where their loan is at in the process. That transparent process is one of the most powerful parts of the Salesforce platform.
That was awesome. I mean, so much low-code love in that. First of all, it's a bank. In a time when so many small businesses are in crisis, how cool is it this platform is playing a part in helping all the small businesses around the country recover from this crisis? Also, replacing manual processes with something automated. I mean, it checked every box of low-code love from my perspective. That was awesome.
Same. I just, the visual of folder to folder to folder to folder. And I can't help you with that, but I can do something way better. That was just so innovative. And I'm so inspired by Jeff and Academy Bank and all of the stories we've heard so far. So, Brett, we bring the fun here, right? And we got
I heard that. I saw a little bit in the LowCode Lounge, Sarah.
So, we got to get our sunnies on because the future is bright with LowCodeLove. And we have the ever
bright
favorite.
And a little blurry right now, actually, Sarah.
It's fun. And we have on deck the next part of the show, helping everybody learn how to innovate fast, the ever incredible Leah McGowan-Hare. Leah, what you got for us today?
Everything must change, nothing stays the same. Those are lyrics from my favorite Quincy Jones song. And wow, do they ring true right now? The only constant is change. Hi, I'm Leah McGowan-Hare, and I'm coming to you from my new workspace, my home here in San Leandro, California. Everyone is changing and adapting in this unprecedented time. I mean, I'm changing how I work. My kids are changing how they're learning, and businesses are pivoting how they operate. It's an imperative that they embrace the change. Companies are going digital for the first time, or they're reimagining their existing business processes that are breaking, like restaurants or grocery stores or pharmacies and doctors' offices. All of these businesses had a very in-person experience, and they're pivoting, whether they're starting from scratch, like a boutique that didn't have an online presence, now going digital, or they're modifying their existing processes to handle the influx of demands, like grocery stores. Regardless of the business, there's one commonality. They all have to transform. And at the heart of that transformation is automation. Salesforce's automation platform, Flow Builder, allows you to automate processes with point-and-click builders. Now, this low-code interface allows you to connect to external data sources, add commonly used actions such as requesting signatures, and you don't have to start from scratch. You can use pre-existing templates. And Flow makes it easier and faster for everyone. For admins, you can use point-and-click builders to automate business processes quickly. And for developers, you don't have to use as much code, and you don't have to write test classes, allowing you to deploy faster. And for end users, you get an intuitive experience that guides you through a process, giving you the right information at the right time, allowing you to work efficiently and fast. We have seen massive growth in the adoption of Flow over the last year. Just last month, we saw 160 million screen flow executions. Now, how that breaks down is 160 million times customers and employees have seamlessly been guided through a process, such as handling cases faster or onboarding new employees. We have also seen over 325 billion process executions a month. Now that's 325 billion times people didn't have to write an email, update a field status, set a notification, or manually duplicate data. And if you're currently using Salesforce, you have access to Flow right now, and it's getting even better. And today, I am super excited to share with you our latest innovation, automation components. See, Flow has this amazing community of Flownatics, and we've taken their input and created a library of over 30 components. Now, these components are like building blocks, and you can add them to your existing flow to do things like create a data table or add a button onto a form. And what's great about these components, they're open source. So you can either use them as is or extend them to meet your needs. So we can talk about it, we can tweet about it, but let's be about it and see this latest innovation in action.
Thank you, Leah. I am John Cusera, joining you from San Francisco, and I am just going with the flow here. Automation has never been more important because teams of all kinds are being asked to do more with less. For all the demos today, we're going to follow along with our friends at Redwoods. Like many of you, the team at Redwoods is seeing an increased volume of inquiries from their customers. We're going to walk through an example of how they were able to go faster with Flow. Let's go to setup and automate this process on the world's most powerful automation tool, Flow Builder. Flow is fantastic for automating batch jobs with clicks or triggering processes when records change. But what truly sets it apart from all the other tools out there is that you gain the superpower to create dynamic screens with clicks. Now we're going to close our eyes, jump in our DeLorean, go 88 miles an hour, and flash forward just 2 hours to when the team has fully automated this process. This is the newly automated process in Flow Builder. You can see the rich logic components in orange, such as that decision down there. And the actions and database updates are in gray and red. And here we've created several screens, which are those blue components. So let's click into that first screen. This screen was built fast using one of those free automation components that Leah was telling you about, choices. This is going to help the agents move faster by saving clicks and making it super easy to select the right issue type. Unlike all those other tools out there, Salesforce does not make you choose between clicks or code. Flow helps IT move faster by seamlessly integrating clicks and code. Here, we're using an external service, which is a standards-based, easy to maintain, process integration building block. Developers create a description of the APIs using the Open API standard, and then admins can integrate to web apps or legacy systems like Redwood's billing system here. We then display those billing options that are populated right here with this radio button. But where Flow really shines is conditional visibility, where with just a couple of clicks, we can hide or show this next due date field. We have a final confirmation screen, and now we kick off automation magic. First, we add another external service action in just a couple of clicks to update the billing options in that legacy system. Now we update the inquiry to close it out. And finally, we send out an email to our customer, fully automating this process and saving huge amounts of time. Let's see this in action. We start the automated process in just one click from Actions and Recommendations. We select the Change Billing Frequency fast thanks to that easy-to-use automation component. We see the billing frequency options thanks to external services, and then we can quickly view and set this new due date thanks to this dynamic screen. Even better, it was pre-populated for us, so we didn't even have to change it. Finally, we review all those changes and click Next to execute all this great automation. We see the inquiry was immediately set to completed. The email confirmation has been sent out to the customer, and the legacy billing system has been updated. And of course, it all works in Salesforce Mobile, the world's best mobile application platform. Your teams can build faster with Flow. You can help your employees move faster with Flow. And you can thrill your customers thanks to the speed and productivity given to you by the automation tools on the world's best platform. And the best part, everything you just saw is included in your subscription, so you can get started today and automate all your processes. Thanks. Back to you.
Welcome back to the LowCode Lounge. We are having so much fun over here. Oh my gosh. Those stories from Leah and John about how you can go lightning fast are amazing. I know Cloudy is super excited about it, right? LowCode Loungers, are we having fun?
Yes.
I think we're having so much fun. I think we have a party crasher. This party is so popular. Excuse me, is that Parker? Parker Harris?
That's me. We've been hanging out. We're so productive. We've been hacking code and doing clicks, not code. While you guys have been talking, we've been creating apps back here. The LowCode Lounge.
The LowCode Lounge is going off. It's the party that everyone wants to be a part of, including Parker. So hopefully you're partying along with us at home. And guess what? If you're playing bingo, I have news. We already have a bingo winner. Marciana D has already scored bingo. Congratulations, Marciana D. And if you're playing bingo at home, don't forget to tweet us a copy of a photo of your bingo card, because apparently we're already crossing off a lot of boxes. Pretty exciting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vin Adala. I'm a product manager on our Salesforce platform team. I'm here at home in Los Gatos, California, going through my board game collection. You know what? I want to share with you something that's even more fun than this. Something that my team and I have been working on for some time. It's going to change how you build applications on our platform. We all know how complicated and challenging it is to build applications. We've got teams all across the world. Businesses are changing rapidly, and we need to deliver our solutions fast. This is a challenge with the traditional methods of hard coding applications. It's not only hard to build them, but it's very hard to update them and keep up with the pace of innovation. This is where the Salesforce platform comes in. The cornerstone of this platform is App Builder. It's a drag and drop tool with which you can build applications and pages fast. It's a world-class tool with lots of features in it. There's one feature you all have been requesting. Right now, it's the #1 most voted idea on Idea Exchange. It's called dependent page layouts. We announced our answer to this at Dreamforce. We call it dynamic forms. And I know how excited you all were. I heard all the claps and I heard all the cheers. And today, I'm even more excited to tell you that you can use dynamic forms in your production orgs in the upcoming summer release. It's a production pilot, and we'd love to see what you build with these. I can't wait to hear the stories. Now, we're not stopping there with this innovation. We're taking this innovation and applying it to actions as well. We're calling it dynamic actions. And within App Builder, you can drag and drop fields, actions, and sections, and set visibility rules. With these features coming together, you're going to be able to build applications and pages faster than you've ever done before. And you know what? This is not the only thing that excites me. We close over 100,000 idea exchange points as a result of delivering these features. What a huge win. You asked, we listened, and now we're delivering on that promise. This is the amazing thing about our Salesforce platform. Though you're building applications using drag and drop, it's being powered by frameworks and a platform that's built for security, robustness, and scalability. You don't have to forego any of this just because you're using drag and drop low-code tools to build applications. Once these applications are built, you can enhance them further. We have App Exchange, we also have our Trailblazer community, and we also provide tools such as Einstein. With Einstein, the applications that you've built, they can be enhanced with intelligence. Now, you don't have to just take my word for this. I have somebody standing by who'd love to share her thoughts about all of this. Let's go talk to Amber.
Amber, I'm so excited to be here with you today. And I know you're super excited about dynamic forms and dynamic actions as well. Can you tell us a little bit about why?
Oh, it's going to make a huge difference. So I only have to build it once and I can reuse it over and over again. Just dealing with the permissions and the number of pages. Oh, it's going to be a huge difference. I'm super excited. This is going to make my users' experience so much faster to have the information they need right where they need it instead of scrolling down the page. That's going to be huge. I love, love, love this feature.
And based on what you're saying, it seems like you can't wait to get your hands on this. What are some of the first things you'll do with these features?
I think probably the very first object is going to be the project object that we use internally. And I'll probably put the budget numbers right in front of people's faces because that's a piece of information I need them to have fast, in a hurry, quick, right at their fingertips so they know where they are.
You know, what the amazing thing about this is you may start with that and then start extending it to other areas as well. And I just can't wait to see what you and the rest of the Trailblazer community do with this. So before we head out, any shout outs to anyone you would like to give?
Oh, sure. Shout out to my Salesforce Saturday peeps in RTP, North Carolina. Hi, friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Amber. It was great talking to you. Have a good rest of the day.
Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to join you here from Montana. One of the things I love about our technical community is that we can connect from wherever we are, even when we live somewhere with more cows than people. So I'm also really, really excited about all of the new options for how you can build fast dynamic pages for your users. And I'm super excited to show you how you can do that today. Let's take a look. So we're back in our Redwood environment. And in this Redwood environment, we've got our inquiry page, which has a ton of information for our users. And it can be a little bit overwhelming. We've got lots of fields, we've got components, and in here we've got really important information, including our Einstein prediction field. This field is powered by Einstein Prediction Builder, which is a tool that allows you to build your own prediction model to reflect whether or not this Redwood customer needs a change in coverage. And we have different types of users that are accessing it. So what we want to do is use App Builder to build a fast, dynamic, and smart page for our users. Let's go do that now. This is App Builder. In the center of the screen, we can see our canvas, which gives us a preview for the page that we're building for our users. On the left panel, we've got all of the available elements to drag and drop onto the page. This lets us build pages fast. We've got elements like standard components, custom components that our developers are building with us, and now fields. On the right panel, we can see the properties for everything we're working with. So important page properties and key details about those elements that we're working with. So let's get started with building our page. First, we're going to make this page smarter with Einstein. We saw that Einstein prediction field that's giving us the likelihood this customer needs a change in coverage. And we have a recommendations engine that we built to walk our users through changing coverage for our customers. So we're going to drag that recommendations component onto the page, and we're going to use dynamic filters to only display this recommendations component when Einstein tells us this customer probably needs a change. Great. Next, we want to customize this page based on who's viewing it. So this is one page we're working with, but we want to reflect different fields based on what type of user is working with the page. We're going to bring over our field section component here and drag and drop a couple account management specific fields. But we don't want those for all of our users. We just want them for our account managers. So we're going to use dynamic filters to only show those fields in that field section for account managers. Next, we want to customize this page for our mobile users. We've got a great Lightning Web component that our developers built for us that gives us daily motivational messages. So we're going to drag that onto the page. And when we do that, we can add a filter for device. So this is one page that we're building with App Builder, with drag and drop, but we've customized it based on intelligence from Einstein, based on what type of user is viewing it, and based on what device they're on. So it's allowing us to build this one flexible page for all of our users, for all of their use cases. And that's how today you can build fast, dynamic, smart apps for your users wherever they are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How amazing are dynamic forms? We got dynamic form dance party happening in the LowCode Lounge. Woo, woo. Parker, look at those dynamic form dance moves. I love it. I love it. Hope you're all doing your dance moves at home as well. I mean, we've had so much fun so far. I think we even might have broke the whole system. We were having so much fun, but we're back and we're so excited that you're still here with us. We've been seeing so many bingo winners. So let me pull over the board because I'm starting to run out of room. We have Michelle Hansen, SFTC Sarah, Stranger Napkin, Gabby Nuala. So many people are winning bingo, so make sure you're playing bingo in wherever you're watching this from, and maybe I'll find a way to squeeze your name on this board. So keep playing with us. Also, remember, if you want to continue this awesome journey on learning about dynamic forms, you can join Be an Innovator. Be an Innovator is an awesome guided learning adventure. We have 6 amazing videos from Vin and Leanne that you just saw to help you build dynamic forms and pages together. It's so exciting. I know all of us are going to do it, right? Yeah. So we were having so much fun here in the lounge. We're having a dance party. You know, I know somebody else in this broadcast who's quite a disco queen, and I think she's probably got some good dynamic form dance moves. Sarah, I'm calling you out. Show me your dance moves, Sarah Franklin.
You got me, Jillian. We got to do the dancing over here. We got Brett dancing. Parker's having
Claudia's got one dance move for every idea exchange point in that video. 100,000 coming at you right now, Sarah.
I love it. I love it. And I love how much fun, you know, Parker's having a party. We've got Leanne with more cows and people in Montana. We've got so much going on here. We've got Trailblazers.
Sarah, this is called the goat shuffle right now. How do you like it?
Is it the cloudy shuffle or the goat shuffle?
I'll say Cloudy. I apologize, Cloudy. That was quite offensive. I apologize.
I love it. I love it. I got Astro here doing a little disco with me.
So what's up next, Sarah?
So what's up next is I'm so excited because we have now Monica, who is in Texas, who's joining us to help all of us know how we can scale with confidence.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Monica Roberts, and I'm coming to you from Houston, Texas. And I'm here in my home office with some of my favorite Salesforce pals that have doubled over as my 4-year-old's preschool playmates. Today, we've been talking a lot about speed. And without a doubt, it's essential, particularly right now. But building apps fast cannot mean sacrificing trust. Trust, oftentimes referred to as governance, compliance, security, and privacy standards and regulations, are the foundation for building enterprise apps. This is why building on the Customer 360 platform is a game changer. The platform uniquely enables both business and IT users, like yourselves, to easily collaborate. And this is all done in the context of high availability, performance, governance, and compliance, because it's leveraging out-of-the-box service delivery that comes standard with Salesforce. With trust being our number one value, Salesforce is committed to providing anytime access to your data, along with excellent performance and next-generation infrastructure. We pride ourselves on continuously innovating and improving with minimal disruption, all while keeping your data safe through unmatched application and infrastructure security. Clearly, having a platform that you can trust is essential, but you also need governance. Governance is the policies and processes supported by tools. In our case, low-code and code tools that make application management easy. And what's really cool about the Customer 360 platform is that security and permissions are built in. Because we're talking about enterprise low code, you can manage who has access and confirm their identity using our authentication tools on day one. And what's even better is that you can choose to conceal private data. Data Mask, one of our newest products, makes that super easy. With just a few clicks, you can determine what data you'd like to mask, be it your customer's home or email addresses, or maybe their phone numbers. And just like that, it's done. Now I'd like for you to see it for yourself. So let's go to the demo.
Hi everyone, I'm Vladimir, a product manager here at Salesforce. It's not a secret that to be successful in the changing environment, you need to act fast. But speed does not have to come with a compromise. Salesforce provides a set of enterprise-level features to ensure that you can develop secure and compliant applications. Now, let's see some of them in action. With Salesforce, you have access to secure development environments, sandboxes. You can easily create a new sandbox with just a few clicks, as you can see on the screen. Now, the world has changed, and security has never been more important. Security starts from the most basic place: login. We want to make sure that no matter if you are working from your office or like me from home in San Francisco, that your access is secure. That's why Salesforce supports multi-factor authentication, an effective way to protect your org's user accounts. And you can set up it with one click. Building enterprise-scale applications is impossible without proper permission management in place. You cannot get it done in a spreadsheet. Luckily, with Salesforce, you don't have to, because you have permission sets in your toolbox. With permission set groups, it's fast and easy to add, update, and remove access for users. This is important for companies to scale and grow faster while maintaining security. Maintaining trust with your customers and making sure their data is secure is on everybody's mind and remains the #1 priority, even if you build fast. So here we have a Brett Taylor's record page, where you can see his name, email address, and a phone number. Now let's set a data mask. With a few clicks, you can select the fields that you want to mask. Let's replace the email with a random one and remove the last name. We'll also replace the phone number. Developers don't need your customer phone numbers while developing in a sandbox. Now, let's take a look at what this experience looks like in our sandbox. And here it is. The email and the phone number have been replaced with the random ones. The last name is removed. Now it's just someone named Brett. All of this show how working with Salesforce, we deliver trust out of the box so you can build fast. And now, back to you, Sarah and Brett. Talking about permission, I hope, Brett, we had your permission to use you in this demo.
Well, don't worry, Vlad. You definitely have my permission. I'm appreciative that you masked my phone number since we're broadcasting it to the whole internet right now. So, in fact, I'd expect it. I mean, it's an awesome tool. And, the thing that Vlad was talking about is security. I mean, it could not be more topical right now. And we have an amazing story of Encino, which is in one of the most regulated and secure industries in the world. And I want to hear from Mike and Trisha and Encino about how they're using this platform to help small businesses all around the world.
For our next awesome story, I'll be speaking with Trisha Price, Chief Product Officer at Encino. Encino is a complete end-to-end banking solution built on the Salesforce platform and available on the App Exchange. Hi, Trisha. Thanks for joining us from North Carolina. I understand you've been very busy. Can you tell us how Encino has enabled lending companies under the CARES Act?
So Encino is entirely built on top of the Salesforce platform and always has been. And from the beginning, we had an SBA solution, which helped our customers, financial institutions, provide loans to small businesses through the SBA programs. And when the government came out in response to COVID-19 with the Paycheck Protection Program under the CARES Act, this was really an extension of capabilities that we've had within Encino's bank operating system built on Salesforce for several years.
What has it meant for Encino to be able to build with low code?
During this time of COVID-19 and supporting the Paycheck Protection Program, the volumes that we've seen for online loan applications for our customers are just beyond anything we've ever imagined. And in order for our customers to be able to handle these volumes and to be able to get funding to these businesses in need, automation is incredibly important. And we've utilized multiple tools from the Salesforce platform, including Flow, including communities, to support this automation, because it's all about getting through these loan applications quickly. And it's also about meeting the customers where they are. Folks can't get together in person. So our customers need to be able to meet their customers, these small businesses, where they are, meaning digitally being able to upload information and enter information into these digital applications. So automation is incredibly important.
Thank you, Trisha. Back to you, Brett and Sarah.
That's an awesome story. I mean, what stands out to me, Sarah, is we're talking about banking here. You have security. You have compliance, you have scale, as she said. I mean, the billions of dollars worth of loans going through that system. That's the power of low code. You don't have to choose between security and speed. I mean, what an amazing example of the power of low code.
It really is. And I loved hearing Trisha joining us from North Carolina and that whole team there. And it's clear to me that like Salesforce has the LowCodeLove going on. And just had to have a little fun still. But no, it really is something. You don't have to sacrifice security to have speed. And that's what's so powerful with LowCodeLove is that all of you can innovate fast and empower everyone and do that scaling of all of that innovation with confidence. It's so, so incredible what you can do with our platform.
So I bet all of you are asking, what do I do next? Well, we've made it really simple for you. Can we put that URL up on the screen? Just cover our faces. It's too important. Here we go. sforce.co/LowCodeLove. You're going to see all the resources there. The Be an Innovator program book, the Low Code Playbook, links to all the relevant trails. This is how you can get started on all the tools you saw today. You can become a Flownatic. You can learn all the amazing tools. So go to this URL, take action, bring all these skills you saw today back into your workplace.
And I'm just going to double click on that, Brett, because when you are learning about these skills, Salesforce, of course, brings our value of bringing back in philanthropy and helping others. So for every badge that you earn today, we're going to donate $1 up to $10,000 to Caribou Center that you talked about earlier in the show today, Brett. And this is so near and dear to my heart. Caribou Center, I actually took that photo a few years ago when I was in Africa, in Thika, just northeast of Nairobi, helping the organization. And Team Trailhead has since gone twice annually to work with the Caribou Center and help them. So spread the low code love and help Caribou Center by learning how to be a Flownatic, just like Steve Harris, learn all these technologies with Trailhead. And so I think with that, Brett, I think this is the end of our hour. This has been a fully live show. I can't believe we've been from multiple continents, multiple cities. We've got demos live, people live. This has been an incredible thing. So thank you all for being here with us today.
I agree. You know what's so cool is, as hard as it is to be stuck behind these screens all day, we also get to be with hundreds of thousands of people at the same time, thanks to the power of these amazing digital technologies. So we have actually, I think, a lot in store for the end of the show too. But I think we should probably go back to the LowCode Lounge to see what's up over there before we go on to the next segment. What do you say about that, Sarah?
I do, because we have some surprises, some really big surprises coming up. So let's go ahead to that LowCode Lounge and let's get ready.
Welcome back to the LowCode Lounge. Wow, Brett and Sarah, you did an amazing job. We're all so excited about everything you shared with us and hearing about all the amazing tools. I know Parker's been on the edge of his seat. He's just been so excited to see everything that y'all been working on because, you know, he's paying attention to the LowCode Lounge.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I've loved every bit of it. I love those automations that we've released with Flow. And for all of you Flow fanatics out there, I love Flow just as much as you do, but I probably need to take some more trails and learn what you already know, because you probably already know more than I do. And I'm so excited to learn more and figure out what we can do with Flow and how I can help my customers use it more.
Well, on that note, Parker, I can see that you're a budding Flow fanatic, but I'd love to hear real quickly, Squire, what's your favorite low-code feature?
I got to say it's dynamic flows. We've been waiting for that for so long. I can't wait to dive in and build something that my customers and my clients are going to love.
Gordon, what's your favorite low-code feature?
Yeah, definitely dynamic flows, but I would say that we use utility bars and utility items on the bottom of the apps a lot. And process builder, definitely.
Come on, Gordon, can't you wrap that answer?
That's Squire's job, not mine.
Oh, that's Squire's job. All right.
How about Donna, what's your favorite low-code feature?
Dynamic forms, definitely. I can't wait for it to go GA.
Nice. All right, Hussam, how about yours? What's your favorite low-code feature?
For me, it's the dynamic forms, but also a flow.
Awesome. All right, Christy?
I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to go permission set groups, because it's going to keep me organized. So many little permission sets. You got to.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Put them together.
There you go. All right, Adam, how about you?
I have a feeling it's going to be dynamic forms, but right now I really love the power of formula fields.
Yes. All right. Shaborn, tell us, what's your favorite low-code feature?
From what I heard, it has to be dynamic flows.
Yeah, we got a lot of flow fanatics here in the LowCode Lounge.
A lot of flow in here.
It's flowing. The LowCode love is flowing. So I know we have some really exciting surprises in store for our next section of the program. And I want to thank you everyone so far for joining us. I got to tell you, we have so many bingo winners. I have run out of room on the board. So thank you for playing. It's been really fun seeing you continue to play. If you haven't got bingo yet, stay tuned. I'm sure you're still going to get there. We've got so much amazing things happening. We mentioned the LowCode playbook. You can download that now at sforce.co/LowCode Lounge. Amazing way for you to get up to speed with all these great products and solutions you're hearing about right now. But, you know, we've got such a fun vibe going on here. We need to amp it up just a little. I think it's time to get a little stretch going. All right, LowCode Loungers, and if you're at home, I want you to stand up, put your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. Lean a little to the left, lean a little to the right. Let me see your LowCodeLove fingers. And let's take it back behind the head. Do a little LowCodeLove twist. All right, I think we're ready now because the next part of this program is going to blow all of our minds. Brett and Sarah, what do you have in store for us now?
Wow, That was incredible.
Just awesome, huh? Yeah. So Sarah, I think that brings us to the conclusion, doesn't it?
Well, I think that Jillian's got some after party going on with the LowCode Lounge and an AMA, and they're kicking us off, and they got the experts coming in because people have questions around all this.
This is a party that doesn't stop, huh? I mean, this is awesome. What a day.
Our community doesn't stop. They can't stop, won't stop. They keep it going. And but to everybody here today, thank you so much for tuning in with us. And we'll see you later, but we're handing off to Jillian in the LowCode Lounge.
Thank you so much, Brett and Sarah. We are just blown away in the LowCode Lounge by Maggie Rogers. We were rocking out, having our little lighter moment here. Cloudy is rocking out. We've had so much fun today in this live broadcast with all of you all. So thank you so much for joining. So many people won bingo. I ran out of room on the board and I started writing over people's names and then I felt bad. So I stopped. So I just want to say this is so exciting. There are so many amazing things we can do with low code. We've had such great discussions here in the LowCode Lounge. Parker had to get out of here because he wanted to go work on some of the things we were talking about. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for joining us. But the party don't stop because there ain't no party like an AMA after party. What? So we've been collecting your questions for an amazing panel of product experts that are about to answer them. If you haven't yet submitted your question, you still have some time. Use the hashtag LowCodeLove and post your question on Twitter. And also remember, you have so many resources to help you continue your journey learning about low code. At sforce.co/LowCodeLove, you can download the Low Code Playbook. You can join the Be an Innovator Learning Adventure. You can do all kinds of amazing things. And we look forward to seeing what you all are going to be doing with these amazing low-code features. We want to hear more customer stories about innovating fast, building solutions that scale. This is super exciting time for all of us, whether you're an admin, a developer, or architect. Low code is awesome. That's why we love it. LowCode Loungers, let me see. How much do you love low code? Yeah. So with that, we are ready to kick it off to the after party. So follow us all to the AMA after party. And to start that, we're going to throw you a question, Zane, the host of the AMA after party. We want to know, when can we start using dynamic forms in our release? Loungers want to know.
Hey, everybody, friends, fans, and the LowCode curious. You are in the AMA after party. My name is Zane Turner. I am just one of your hosts for this expert-filled, power-packed time where we're going to answer your questions. And I'm joined right now by Ryan Ellis. Say hi, Ryan.
Hello, everybody. I'm joining you from Santa Monica, California. It's great to be here with you all today.
Great. And welcome to my home office in Portland, Oregon. Now, let me break down how this AMA is going to work, or Ask Me Anything time. You've been giving us questions using hashtag LowCodeLove and SFDevsChat on Twitter. And if you haven't gotten your questions in, you can go on Twitter and use those hashtags, or put your questions right here in the chat. And we have a whole team standing by to make sure we get them to the experts. Now, we're going to try to answer as many of your questions as possible. And I want to start by Ryan and I kind of modeling how this works. So you ready for that, Ryan?
Let's go for it.
Great. So I have a couple questions for you. We've just had this amazing low code experience. We've seen demos. We've had all these conversations about the importance of building with low code, but this is not necessarily a new conversation for Salesforce. We've talked about this quite a bit. So what's different today? What's different about the low code conversation right now?
Yeah, organizations all around the world, they've been talking about the desire to digitally transform for a long time. It's just that the timeframes are really different now. With the crisis going on, that desire has basically amplified and accelerated, and now it's this imperative you heard Brett and Sarah talking about earlier. And what they used to think they were going to be doing in a couple of years, well, that has now just suddenly become an overnight project. They have to go fast. They're seeing all sorts of change in their businesses, all sorts of change in what their customers need. And they don't have time to go and hire an army of developers and build the perfect application. They need low code, and they need something that they can put out there quickly that they can use a diverse set of people to build and that they can iterate on. Maybe it won't be perfect, as Sarah said, but they can get it out there and they can trust in it because it's backed by Salesforce and all of the scale and capability it provides.
So speaking of scale, I'm wondering, what about the people out there that maybe the low-code skeptics that feel like, yeah, this is great, and we're talking about building fast, but I don't want to trade off scalability and performance, and I just don't believe that that's possible?
Well, I'd tell them to watch the show because we had amazing capabilities in there as well. Low code is powerful. It's true. And, just like they say in Spider-Man, with power comes great responsibility. And, it's possible for you to create something that's a bit of a mess using low code as well. But we've got your back. We provide you with best practices, and we also bring that right into the experience itself. So, for example, we have things like guardrails, which make it so that while you're building that application, you're being prompted with information about what the user experience might be like, what the performance of it might be like, and trying to guide you to something that'll be better for your users. And afterwards, as your users are using it, you can get feedback about it. You can first look in the Lightning usage app and see how people are using it, which pages they're actually going to, what the performance of it is like. And then also, you can use in-app guidance. I know many people out there, probably they did a little bit of sort of like surfing with their workers, and they would go and see right over their shoulder what they were doing. Well, that's not really possible today. But with in-app guidance, you can actually send them proactive guidance while they're using it. So maybe use it for training them, but you can also use it for survey so that you can get information back and understand in real time what your users are experiencing, and then tweak the system again, because it's low code, it's easy for you to change, and you can then move forward and cycle and iterate and go fast.
That's a really exciting workflow. And I would love to see how admins and developers alike can sort of shift how we're getting those usage metrics, like shifting from the debug log to those survey results, those performance tools that we're building right in. I think that's particularly exciting.
Absolutely.
So we know the ecosystem has a ton of questions. So I think, Ryan, now we should get Mr. Mark Baseman, an awesome admin himself, right into the party line with us. Hey, Mark, welcome to the party.
Hey, Zane. Hey, Ryan. I would not miss this party. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! So, Mark, we have a lot of questions from the ecosystem, do we not?
We sure do. So with that, let's see our product managers turn your videos on.
Join the party room. We got a wonder wall right here of expertise.
Here we go. Look at all these amazing product managers. So we have folks representing our mobile platform, our Lightning UI, UX, in-app guidance, dynamic actions, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to kick it off. I want to get right into it. Our first question is for Eric. Eric Shee, dynamic forms and actions looks awesome, but I'm not sure where to start. Are there any tips or suggestions on how we can use it to maximize the benefits?
Yeah, sorry about that. So 100%, I think that's a great question, and I'd love to give some suggestions here. First off, I'm just super excited about these two features and the progress we've been making on them. As you heard Vin mention earlier, dynamic forms and actions are going to be available in production orgs for the first time with Summer 20. And we heard questions about what is the state, how do I get enabled? Well, the good news is that these are both self-opt-in. So dynamic forms is a self-opt-in pilot that you can go to setup, turn it on, and then just start using it in your production orgs. And just like that, dynamic actions are also a self-opt-in beta that you can turn on right from within the Lightning App Builder. So you don't have to contact Salesforce. The moment you get Summer 20, you can turn it on and you can enable and start using these two awesome features. And our plan is actually to GA both of these in Winter 21. So the good news, it's keeping coming. And when we talk about best practices, like I'm really excited about this, Vin is really excited about this, and we actually have several resources online for you to dig in deeper. The first one is on the admin blog. There's a really awesome blog post called Break Up Record Details with Dynamic Pages. It talks about how you can use dynamic forms to break out different fields, create more streamlined experiences and focused pages for your users so that they can be more productive and they can get the experiences when they need it in the different stages of a process. Vin also hopped on our admin podcast earlier this week. So if you head on over to the blog, the admin blog, check out the podcast called Dynamic Pages with Vin Adala. Vin talks with our hosts, Mike and Jillian, about everything dynamic forms and dynamic actions. And they talk about how they've been thinking about building these dynamic experiences, what some of our pilot customers have shared in terms of their feedback, best practices and tips. That's a really awesome podcast. And you probably saw Vin earlier. He has a bunch of board games behind him. They talk about his board game collection. So it's really good. And it's just filled with these nuggets and suggestions and best practices. We also have on Trailhead, there's a quest that is going to go live tomorrow. It's part of our Be an Innovator series. And it walks you through how to create dynamic pages with forms and actions. And you can be hands-on and start playing with that. So I recommend everyone check that out. And last but not least, we have a Trailblazer community group that went live just this week as well. It's called Dynamic Forms and Actions. So everyone, regardless of who you are, I recommend you to join this group because me and Vin and others from Salesforce, we're going to be sharing additional best practices, customer stories. We're going to be engaging directly with you in the community on this group. And we are hoping that everyone tries out these two features and gives us feedback.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric. I'm going to jump right in with another question. And this one is for Sue Barry. And our community wants to know, how do I know that my Flow components work on mobile?
That's a great question. Today, you can use your Salesforce mobile app on a device to make sure that your Flow components are working well on mobile. And then coming this summer, you'll be able to use simulator builds of the Salesforce mobile app so you can test those Flow components on any type of mobile device. And lots more awesome mobile tooling coming this summer.
That's awesome. Thanks, Sue.
Vlad, this question is for you, always a favorite of our admins. So we love the new "Where is this field used?" button. Any plans to extend it to other things, like, say, flows, for instance? Hint, hint.
Mark, yeah. Glad you asked. Yeah, it's always wonderful to hear like how people are excited about where this use button and how what it looks like a simple tool changes a perspective of what admins are doing every day. And it's actually, we're looking into other places to extend it. As you might know, we also have an API behind it, and we actually have been in talks with the Flow team to see if we can bring the power of where this custom field used into where this flow used. So we don't have any exact target release yet, but hopefully, it's coming. It's coming in the next few releases.
Thanks, Vlad.
I have a question for Karen Fidelak. Change sets in the UI is hard to use, but it's our primary tool to move changes from one org to another. Is there a plan to improve the UX of change sets in the future, or even better, improve the admin experience of moving things from sandbox into production?
Yes, there is. So we have definitely heard your feedback on this. We also agree that change sets need some serious low-code love. And on top of that, recently you, our community, voted some of these change set enhancements ideas up to the winning spots in the recent Idea Exchange prioritization cycle. So in response to all of this, I'm really happy to be able to say that yes, we are actively working on addressing the usability issues that we have today with change sets through an improved declarative change and release management solution that will provide a robust solution for not only our low-code developers and admins, but also ensure that you can work effectively together with other team members that may be using more programmatic tooling. So in summary, yes, there is light at the end of this tunnel.
We will take it. Light at the tunnel. Awesome.
Yeah, that is very reassuring. We were all very excited to hear about that for sure. Question for John Casera. John, what is the future of Process Builder and my precious workflow rules? Will you be retiring these in favor of Flow? When in the automation roadmap will we be able to move everything to Flow? When can I use is new, is changed, call it subflow and then after save flow? Basically, are Process Builder and workflow going away? What's happening?
I love the 7-part question. So first, Flow is the future.
So we highly encourage all of you, starting in summer 20, to start with Flow. For those that aren't aware, we are introducing in this mid-July release the ability to trigger flows directly on Save, similar to Workflow Rules and Process Builder. But Flow additionally lets you do queries for other records and loops for more powerful automation. Also, in case you weren't aware, in spring 20, we already released before Save updates, which are 10 times faster than Workflow Rules and Process Builder. So the short answer is start with Flow. We're not going to have full parity for all the things like is changed, but that is a high priority for us. And we encourage you to definitely use Flow in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, John. So we have a question for Sheena Lee. What are your top 3 features, top features of the summer 20 mobile app?
All right. So last release was the biggest release ever of the Salesforce mobile app. We brought Lightning to mobile, and it's available for free. Now with the summer's release, your users can personalize the tabs that show up in their mobile navigation bar. It's on by default, but you as an admin can decide how much user freedom you're comfortable with. We added support for universal links on iOS. So when you tap on a link from an email notification, just go directly to the app, no prompt. We added support for mobile lookups, scope search from Object Home, ability to search lists. And then finally, I know this has been on the request list for a while, Android users are going to be able to view all lists from Object Home. We also have some really exciting pilot features on the way this summer. So activity timeline on mobile will give our users a view into all the developments they care about their records. When users go to a report, we added a cover sheet that gives them a bird's eye view of that report. It has grand totals. It has the number of records that are covered in that report so they can really get a sense of what's going on. And we're also adding a monthly view of the calendar. So those are some fun pilot features on the way.
That's awesome. Thanks, Sheena.
Our next question is for Rohit. Can you tell us more about Data Mask that we heard about earlier today in this broadcast and at Dreamforce? What does it support and how can I turn it on from my org?
Thanks, Mark. So Data Mask is a relatively new product that we announced at Dreamforce last year that's been available to customers for the last few months. It is meant to help secure sandboxes and all the sensitive information that gets copied into a sandbox. Now, by default, sandboxes are quite secure. We copy over all the users that are existing in the production org and copy over all the permissions and profiles so that no user gets more access to data in a sandbox than they do in their production org. However, it's not uncommon for developers to ask for more access in a sandbox, perhaps modify all data permission, or to be working, as you know, from during these current times, from remote working environments. So there is a need to secure the data even further. And that's where Data Mask comes into play. Data Mask helps you completely obfuscate data that you may not need to expose to your developers and testers. Now, the best part of this is Data Mask is a declarative product. So admins can use point-and-click tool to configure masking rules and then apply them in a sandbox. Data Mask it only runs in the sandbox org. So we make sure that none of the data in your production org is affected. We also have this as a managed package so that you can install in a Scratch org, for example, to trial it and see how it works before you can purchase it for your production org.
Ryan, our last question here. Where should folks go who want to learn more immediately following this session?
Well, you might have seen it earlier with Brett, but I want to remind you all, it's sforce.co/LowCodeLove. You can find all of these detailed resources, go deep on Flow, dig in with dynamic forms and dynamic actions, find out all of the low-code capabilities that are available to you. And then we'd also really want to engage with you further. So please continue to tweet at hashtag LowCodeLove or at hashtag SFDevsChat. And let's keep this conversation going. We want to answer all of your questions we can. And thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. And if we didn't get to your question because we didn't have very much time here, we will be publishing a blog post where we synthesize some of your most asked questions and some things we didn't get into here, or questions about how to join that mobile pilot that Sheena mentioned. So look for those coming in the next couple of weeks. And please, as Ryan said, keep sending your questions. Start with your Be an Innovator campaign today. and we will catch you next time, sometime in the future on the internet. That's it for the AMA After Party. Back to you, Jillian.
Hi, everybody. What a fun AMA. I guess you can tell I've been having so much fun this entire broadcast. I think I'm hidden by props. But I want to thank everyone so much for joining us. This has been an incredible experience. There has been so many amazing product demonstrations, customer stories to inspire you to innovate fast, empower everyone, and scale with confidence. And I want to say this is really for everyone. It's for admins, it's for developers, it's for architects. Thank you for joining us for this special journey. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us. And hopefully you felt connected with us. Have a little together time, have your own LowCode Lounge. And I want everyone also to know that, like Ryan just said, your journey does not end here. We have sforce.co/LowCodeLove, where you can get all the resources we talked about today, like the LowCode Playbook, like our Be an Innovator guided learning journey. So many amazing resources right there. It also doesn't end now. If you still want to keep partying with us, because you know me, I'm a party animal like Cloudy, and I want to keep the party going. You can actually join us on Trailhead Live right now, right after this live broadcast, where you'll see a video of Mike Gerholt and I doing a Salesforce Admins podcast recording with Vinodala, the product manager for Dynamic Pages. Well, you'll learn more about that product in detail. So thank you again so much for joining us. I hope you all feel inspired, empowered. You're ready to go out there and build low-code solutions to help your companies and your organizations build fast. And I hope you felt a lot of low-code love today, because I sure did. Everybody, have a great day, and we'll catch you next time in the cloud.